A bill sponsored by one of Georgia's U.S. senators could change the way sexual assault and harassment allegations are handled at work.
Advocates for victims say many of them continue to be silenced due to a legal agreement known as forced arbitration. Tonight, Fox 5's Rob DiRienzo is taking a closer look at the bill and what it could mean for survivors.
Well, the bill has broad support from both Democrats and Republicans. What it would do is give victims of sexual harassment and assault the option to sue their abusers. As it stands right now, employers can add fine print to contracts that can stop victims from doing just that, instead forcing them to talk to lawyers behind closed doors.
It's a situation that many survivors have found themselves in.
Laura Palumbo from the National Sexual Violence Resource Center says it's much more common than you'd think.
A condition of employment or as a part of a contract process where it was truly in the fine print. It wasn't something that they were clearly aware of.
Democratic Senator Jon Ossoff of Georgia is co-sponsoring the legislation alongside Republican Senator Lindsey Graham and others.
As it stands now, a lot of employment agreements sneak in these binding arbitration clauses that force employees into secret proceedings.
Recent high-profile cases include those involving the late former head of Fox News, Roger Ailes, and disgraced movie mogul Harvey Weinstein. Both tried to use the forced arbitration clauses of their accusers' contracts to avoid going to court. What happens in these closed-doors meetings that become problematic for victims or survivors of sexual assault or harassment?
Well, there's a lot of concern that oftentimes these arbitration proceedings, the deck is stacked against the individual, against the worker.
They really reinforce that silence that victims face.
A version of the bill overwhelmingly passed the House on Monday. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says the Senate will bring it to the floor later this week. If it passes there, the White House says President Biden plans on signing it into law. In Atlanta, Rob DiRienzo, Fox 5 News.